Welcome to Gothenburg. We are here for a huge game tonight. It is the Gothenburg derby. That's IFK Göteborg, IFK Gothenburg versus GAIS. As always, the plan is a very simple one. Today, we're going to check out a little bit of Gothenburg, and then tonight, we're going to head to the match. Let's go. We're starting off at Gamla Ullevi, the home of IFK Göteborg, and also two other Gothenburg clubs, Örgryte and tonight's opponents, GAIS. IFK are one of the biggest clubs in Scandinavia. Founded in 1904, they are the only Nordic team to have won a European trophy, winning the UEFA Cup in 1982 and 1987, and have also won 18 Swedish league titles and 8 national cups. Just some of the great players to pass through the club include Kenneth Andersson, Jesper Blomqvist and Marek Hamsik. There's also the greatest of them all, Gunnar Gren, whose statue is outside the stadium. And of course, the manager to lift the first of those 2 UEFA Cups in 1982 was the late great Sven-Göran Eriksson. This stadium's actually only been here since 2009. Capacity of a relatively small 18,000 means that over the years, IFK have played some of their bigger matches at a larger stadium. Fortunately for us, that stadium is only over the road. Ullevi Stadium, not to be confused with Gamla Ullevi, which, let's be honest, is pretty confusing. Capacity of 43,000, it was one of the venues for the 1958 World Cup and the 1992 European Championships. And just seeing it from down the road there, it is such a cool stadium. It looks absolutely great from the outside. This was the venue for one of the most famous wins in IFK's most recent history, a 3-1 win in the Champions League over Manchester United in 1994. I'm old enough to remember watching that game as a kid in Manchester, so to be here now is pretty cool. Jesper Blomqvist was absolutely sensational that night, getting a goal and an assist. He impressed Sir Alex Ferguson so much that he eventually signed Blomqvist a few years later, and he would be part of that great treble winning team in 1999. We'll be back over the road at Gamla Ullevi later on tonight for the match, but for now, let's go and check out a little bit of Gothenburg. Been walking through the streets of Gothenburg. Beautiful place, the buildings are incredible. You've got the old trams going past, the river running through. Is there anywhere in Sweden that isn't beautiful? I've come into this park, the name of which I cannot pronounce, and so I will not attempt it. I've seen some big greenhouse over there, so I'm gonna poke my head in there and see what that's all about. Turns out it's a palm house, so it's a big greenhouse full of all these tropical plants. I should probably keep my voice down because it is very relaxed vibe in here. Are most football fans doing this? Probably not. But yeah, really nice place, but I am absolutely starving. Let's try and find somewhere good to eat. I've come to Stora Salu Hall. It's a big food market. Just been inside and checked it out. I'm actually now sat outside because the sun has come out and it's turned into a gorgeous day. Went in there and checked it out. You've got a full range of options, high-end stuff. There's people sat in there having a glass of champagne and a nice sit-down meal, oysters, seafood, that sort of stuff, and then a few cheaper options, one of which I went for. It was a banh mi place. So Vietnamese food. Now you might be thinking Vietnamese food in Sweden, that's a bit weird, but hey, we got to go with it. And seeing the lady behind the counter packing these baguettes full of all this amazing stuff looked unreal, so I had to go for that option. Check this out, you've got barbecue pork in there, we've got some chilies, carrots, cucumber. It looks absolutely amazing. Let's give this a go. Oh my god, that is so good. You've got the sweet pork in there, quite spicy actually, a few chilies, then the cucumber just takes the edge off a little bit. The bread, really crunchy, crispy roll. That is so good. If you're in Gothenburg, get yourself in there and get one of these. Right, I am going to polish the rest of this off and then we're going to get moving again. Let's go and see a little bit more of Gothenburg, and maybe I can find a good location for me to give you a price breakdown of how much this trip cost me. I've made my way up to the top of Skansken Kronen. It's that tower you can see behind me there. I was hoping to be able to get inside and go up to the top, but unfortunately it's not open. But it's on top of a hill that overlooks the whole of Gothenburg. The 360 views around are absolutely incredible. In fact, you can actually see Ullevi over there. And what better setting for me to give you a price breakdown of how much this trip cost me. Again, I'm going to do it in pounds. Get your currency converter app of choice out and ready. Return flights and transport to and from the airport came to £74, pretty good value. Accommodation wise, I've got a private room in a hostel and that cost me £30. The amazing banh mi that I devoured earlier was £8. Lastly, the match ticket was £43, which is quite a bit more expensive than it's cost me to attend other games in Sweden, but for such a big match, I think it's pretty reasonable. All of which comes to a grand total of £155. I hope you found that informative if you're thinking of doing something similar. For me now, the plan is to head back to the room, quick turnaround, freshen up, and then let's head to the match. Time for the match then. I was speaking to a guy who works at the hotel I'm staying at called David, top guy. He's a massive IFK fan. He said there's no march to the stadium for them today because they're the home team. It's GAIS as the away team who are going to be marching to the stadium. So he said head down to Brunnsparken and they should all be meeting up there and there'll be a big march. Obviously he wasn't too keen on coming given his affiliation. It's looking like it's going to be quite lively. Let's go and see what is happening. Right, here they come, here they come. Let's get out of the way. Pretty full-on experience in there, pyro and flares going off everywhere. The bags, my ears are ringing. I think I've been branded. I think I've got a GAIS sticker on my back as well. They're up for it, I am as well. Let's get in there. Inside the stadium, atmosphere is building already. To my left are the GAIS fans in their black and green. To my right are the IFK Göteborg ultras. The place is literally bouncing. That end is insane. It's still about half an hour until kickoff. This seat that I'm in right here is incredible. I'm pretty much on the halfway line. Shout out to Ludwig who sorted this out for me. He's an IFK Göteborg member. He's over there in that end bouncing up and down. He sorted this seat out for me. There's no way I would have got a ticket for this match if it wasn't for him. So thank you so much. IFK EFK fans have sang their anthem. It's unreal. The tifo over there, the lion, all the flags, the scarves up. This one is special, isn't it? What a derby, amazing. Top left-hand corner as we full finish. Let's go crazy! Half-time, EFK 1, GAIS 0. A game really short on quality, if I'm honest. EFK had one chance and they took it. Good finish. The crowd went absolutely crazy. The crowd has been unreal all game. The pre-match stuff was some of the best I've ever seen, hands down. Insane. The aggression on the pitch has been crazy as well. That aggression from the stands has definitely fed onto the pitch. There's been so many yellow cards. They even pulled the captains together. The referee got the captains together and said, you need to calm everyone down because this is getting out of hand. It's been exciting in that respect, but in terms of chances, not a lot going on. Fingers crossed for some more goals and a bit more action in the second half. Start of the second half is delayed due to the EFK Ultras putting on a firework display behind the goal. Looked amazing. Okay, fireworks all done, second half, here we go. Just as the EFK fireworks stop, the GAIS fans light up their end with flares. This match has been crazy, honestly. The show the fans have brought has been better than what's been going on the pitch, I'll tell you that much. Match balls again, the refs pulled all the players off. Right, let me catch you up on what's happened here. Basically, at half-time, the EFK fans set off a load of fireworks. The referee pulled the players off, they went and watched it from the side, play on. Then the GAIS fans let off a banger and some fireworks. Referee hauled everyone off for 40 minutes. We've been sat here waiting for 40 minutes. I'm just grateful the game's going ahead. At one point it sounded like it was going to be cancelled. People around me were looking pretty worried. Thank God, the game's back on, the players are back out. Let's finish this derby. You should have finished by now already. Great little move down the left-hand side. Winger back heeled it, left back overlaps, put it back, striker inside the 6-yard box, inside the near post. Lovely goal, 2-0. Gothenburg derby, IFK 2, GAIS 0. This game has gone on forever. It should have finished over an hour ago. It's been crazy. It's been a really physical match. It reminded me of an old school Merseyside derby. These two are kicking lumps out of each other. The atmosphere has been unreal. Genuinely one of the best derby days I've ever done. This whole stadium was rocking. The whole stadium sings, the whole stadium bounces. Absolutely incredible experience. Sweden's delivered again. I'll be back for another game in Sweden another time. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.